Have you ever wondered what it feels like to be trapped in an endless cycle of toil and struggle with no hope of success? If so, you might find some resonance in the ancient Greek tale of Sisyphus, a king doomed to repeat the same laborious task for all of eternity. Our story begins in the city of Corinth, where Sisyphus, known for his cunning and deceit, ruled. He was a man of many tricks, often outsmarting both mortals and gods, which eventually led to his downfall. One of his most audacious acts was tricking Thanatos, the personification of death. When Thanatos came to claim Sisyphus's life, the cunning king tricked him into demonstrating how the chains of Tartarus, the deep abyss used as a dungeon of torment for the wicked and a prison for the Titans, worked. Seizing the moment, Sisyphus trapped Thanatos, effectively halting the process of death throughout the world. This disruption in the natural order of things couldn't go unnoticed. Ares, the god of war, displeased by the absence of death on the battlefield, freed Thanatos and sent Sisyphus to Tartarus. But our protagonist had one more trick up his sleeve. Before his capture, Sisyphus instructed his wife to leave his body unburied. Once in the underworld, he pleaded with Persephone, the queen of the underworld, to allow him to return to the world of the living to scold his wife for not providing him with a proper burial. Persephone granted his request, and Sisyphus, once back on Earth, broke his promise and refused to return to the underworld. Eventually, Hermes, the messenger of the gods, forcibly dragged Sisyphus back to Tartarus. For his deceitfulness, he was punished by Zeus, the king of the gods, to an eternity of frustration. His punishment was to roll a massive boulder up a steep hill, but as soon as he reached the top, the weight of the stone would cause it to roll back down, forcing him to begin again. This cycle was to be repeated for all of eternity, a futile effort with no end. The tale of Sisyphus is one of cunning and deceit, of trickery and punishment. It shows us the consequences of going against the natural order of things and the futility of endless labor without reward. The key points to take away from this story are: first, Sisyphus's cunning and deceitful nature, which was his downfall. His tricks against Thanatos and his refusal to stay in the underworld after being granted temporary leave by Persephone led to his eternal punishment. Second, the punishment itself, a symbol of futile labor and endless frustration. The image of Sisyphus pushing a boulder up a hill only for it to roll back down, forcing him to start over, is a powerful illustration of the human condition and our struggles against seemingly insurmountable odds. And finally, the concept of death and its inevitability. Despite Sisyphus's efforts to cheat death, he was eventually forced to face his punishment, a reminder that no matter how much we may try, we cannot escape the inevitable. So, the next time you feel like you're stuck in a cycle, remember the tale of Sisyphus, and perhaps find some solace in the fact that at least you're not doomed to push a boulder up a hill for all eternity. It's a tale as old as time, but its lessons are as relevant today as they were in ancient Greece.